Good evening. This is Larry Johnson here at WJOEY in Dallas, Texas. Welcome to another segment of the Charlie Gump Show. We've got Charlie remote today in Red Bow, Alabama, and we've got him hooked up, and he's going to tell us another story today about another activity he had this week. Ladies and gentlemen, the star of the show, this is the famous Charlie Gump. Hello, this is Charlie Gump. I'm down in Red Bow. It's been raining. Is it raining where you are? I'm down here with Charlie. I'm Charlie. I'm down here with Forrest Gump, the famous movie star. We've been out shrimping. But that's not the reason I'm here today. I'm here today to tell you about my visit to that Dairy Queen that they call DQ. You may have one in your area. It's where you go to get ice creams, I was told. I went into that place and I walked up to that counter, and that lady said, "Sir, how can I serve you today?" And I said, "Ma'am, I want one of those ice cream cones." And she looked at me and said, "Sir, do you want it dipped?" And I looked at her and I said, "Ma'am, I don't mix my dip with my ice cream. That's not what you do down in Red Bow." And she said, "Sir, do you want your ice cream cone dipped?" And I looked at her again and I said, "Ma'am, my dip is in my back pocket and I put it under my lip and it gives me a high. And I don't want to mix that with ice cream, and I've told you that before." And she looked at me one more time and she said, "Sir, I need to know if you want it dipped or not." And I said, "Ma'am, if you can't understand what dip is and what ice cream cone is, I don't need to do any business with you." I just said, "Ma'am, I'm going to go and I'm leaving, and please do not get me upset because you're trying to make me look like an idiot when you try to tell me I can mix a dip with ice cream. And there's no such thing as a dip ice cream cone. It would taste awful, and I'm going to keep my dip in my back pocket and under my lip. So, ma'am, thank you very much." And I turned around and walked out. I got back home and I told that to Forrest, and Forrest said to me like normal, he said, "Dairy Queen is like a box of chocolate. When you bite into it, you don't know what you get." And I said, Charlie, and to Forrest, and I said, "Forrest, you're right. Why would you mix dip with an ice cream cone?" Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard another segment of the Charlie Gump Show. So come again next week when Charlie talks about another adventure he has in this world. Good night.